Hey, chef secret number 4. A uniform chop is a uniform cook. Right after this. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm the anti-chef and this is Don's Empty Kitchen. And I'm just going to do a quick little video here. I'm going to be doing a pot pie today. So since pot pies are like fancy little stews inside, a bread or a crust, you want to do a nice fancy cut on your potatoes and your carrots and stuff. And I thought I'd show you on a nice root vegetable, and this is a good vegetable to practice on. It's nice and hard, so it's not going to go anywhere. And first thing we want to do is we want to cut it in half. Get it to manageable size pieces. Okay. Like that. So about 6 inches, or about 4 inches. So that's almost in half. Maybe the other one we'll just cut it in half. There. So I'm going to show you a couple of cuts today. First of all, I should have done this before I You notice I turn my steel? And the reason being is because I've had steels that I didn't turn, and one side of them will get awfully friggin' flattened out. So I try and turn my steels while I'm doing that. And you don't need to do it fast, those are just chefs showing off, okay? You just need to do it a few times and get that. I don't know if you can see that or not. Get that fine, because a knife's edge is a bunch of teeth, right? But they're in a line like this. And when you use it, what happens to the teeth is they get out of the line like that, and that's what makes them dull. And when you're using the steel or sharpener, what you're doing is you're bringing them back into line. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim this off, and we're going to try and get, everything's going to be used. I'm going to put it all in bags. So we got a little bit of a wonky square there. Yes. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. So what you want to do is, I'm going to show you, we're going to do a dice eventually with these three, because that's what I'm going to be using for the, but I want to show you a Brunoise. Okay? A Brunoise, well, I shouldn't pronounce the S, it's a Brunoise. Okay, I'm going to show you a French Brunoise. And the reason why I'm specifying that it's a French Brunoise is because in France, in Europe, in Canada, we use the metric system, whereas in the States they use the imperial system. And a Brunoise is supposed to be, for the large Brunoise, it's supposed to be 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters. In the States, they say it's 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch, which works out to about 3 1/4 millimeters. So you want to, that's like that thickness right there, that would be an American. There we go. That's better. And you just want to get them all. So you use your claw get it all. Let the knife do the work. Okay, just let it drop through. Let your knife do the work. Okay. Alright. So stack them up. Get them level, get them even. Okay. And they're sliding on me. Okay, I'll do two at a time then. I'm going to slide there, put them over here, do that stack second. Okay. That is julienne. That cut right there is julienne. And you only take the nicest ones, so I don't want that one. Don't worry, we'll all get, that's too thin, that's too thin, that's too thin. Okay, so we take our julienne. Back there. And now and we let the knife, and I should have the claw while I'm doing this, do the work. And that right there, I'll move it up here. I got the camera set, I think I got the camera set too low, too high, because I remember I just had the hole in there. So, okay, this is a brand new clean cup. I got it for Christmas yesterday. A friend of mine dropped in and gave it to me, so I don't have a bowl handy right now, so I'll put those in there for now. Just gonna be off camera for that camera. And I'll take this stack of julienne. I'll take half the stack of julienne. Okay. And now I make the claw. Should be good there. Come in 2 millimeters, 2 millimeters, 2 millimeters, 2 millimeters, 2 millimeters, 2 millimeters. Okay. There is our brunoise. The reason why you want them uniform like this and square, not only is it pretty, especially in brighter vegetables. When I had carrots, this would look a lot better with carrots. But I suggest you practice on potatoes. And I got one more stack of julienne, and then we'll move on to a small dice. Okay. Now, what would I do with a fine dice like that? I'd use it. A fine dice like this is good for garnish. Okay. It's also good for, like, if this was carrot, or, well, you could do it with potato too. But if that was well, I like to put it in my biscuits. Small pieces of carrot like that. I like to put them in biscuits. Well, I don't really do it with carrot as much as I do it with canned ham. I'll make Brunoise squares with canned ham and put them in biscuits, and you get these nice little pink spots in all your biscuits. You know, I'll be doing that today later on. Okay, let's just put my waste over here. It's really not waste, but anyway. I'll cut that up later. Hi, just taking a second to say if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe and ring that little bell because it really, really helps us out and it means a lot to me. Please leave comments. Let me know what I'm doing right, let me know what I'm doing wrong, and say whatever you want, okay? I do read them. Okay, back to our show. Right now I'm just showing you a few cuts. Okay, so let's square this puppy up. Okay, now you see a lot of chefs on a straight like this and pulling their knife into them to chop, keep their knife perpendicular with the board, right? And then try and level it out that way. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm left-handed. Maybe because I'm weird. I like to level my knife with the corner of the board and chop on an angle to level things off. I'm chopping too far down. I need to get more in the center for this camera up here. Just move it down a little bit, maybe. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go bigger. We're going to go 1/4 inch. So that's 16 millimeters? Centimeters? 16 millimeters? 1/4 inch? I don't know what. This is an American dice. So I'm just going to get 2 of them out of that piece. Okay. And 3 this way. Okay, that wasn't very square now, was it? See, those are pretty. And since they're all the same size, or basically the same size, they're all going to cook evenly. So if it takes 4 minutes for that piece to cook, it will take 4 minutes for that piece to cook. Unlike that piece, that might take a lot longer to cook. Or that piece, which will definitely take a lot longer to cook. See what I'm saying? Anyway, I am going to turn the rest of these potatoes into dice. Even the scraps, actually. So, I'm going to start with the easy cuts first. And nice dice. Get a nice dice going. So, this is what I've got to do this afternoon. To get ready to make that pot pie for you guys tonight. So, keep an eye out tomorrow for a video for the pot pie, the food bank pot pie. I said I was originally going to use sourdough, but I'm not going to. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm not going to use sourdough. I'm going to use biscuits. I had an idea last night. I'm going to use the ham. Like I said, I'm going to take some ham. I'm going to chop it into a dice, most of it into a dice, and then part of it into a brunoise. And take part of it and mix it in with my biscuit mixture, right? And the dice I'm going to put in the pot pie. And the can that the ham comes in, that weird shaped can, it kind of looks like a boat, right? So I'm going to use that to cut my biscuit. And instead of making a bunch of little round ones, I'm going to make one big one, nice and highly stacked, and then cut right through it and make a boat, okay? I'm going to cook it up. And then I'm going to cut the center out, put my pot pie stew in the center of it, put the lid back on it, and stick it back in the air fryer for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And that's what I'm going to do there. So, that's it. Anyway, this was a dice and a brunoise. And they do have, let's see if I can get a little showy here. It's been a long time since I've done this, so, okay. Oh my God, I'm terrible at it. Okay, there we go, okay. And they're both crooked. Okay. There we go. Crooked, no good, no good. These ones are though. And that is the anti-chef showing off. That is a fine brunoise, as it's called. 1/16 of an inch. Or 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. And that's 4 that are stuck together, by the way. 6 that are stuck together. So, there you go. Okay, guys. That's the Rusty Anti-Chef's brunoise, fine brunoise and chop and dice. So we're not perfect, right? You guys are great. You are value. You have value. You have worth, and you have a place in this world. So find the one thing that's going to get you out of bed in the morning and stick to it. Okay? And don't let anybody tell you any different either. Okay? I'm pulling for you. Take care. Bye-bye.